Hi, I'm Don Stark, your host for Scuba Visions TV. Each week we take you on a tour of one of our favorite dive sites. In this week's episode, we're visiting a site called Hole in the Wall. Hole in the Wall is located in the northwest point area of Providenciales in the Turks and Caicos Islands. It gets its name from the opening in the top of the reef that's at about 55 feet. This opening takes you into a cavern that lets you back out over the edge of the wall at about 90 feet. Now, the opening into the cavern is fairly narrow and it is covered with coral and encrusting sponges, so you need to be careful going through it, and one diver at a time, please. But once you get inside, it's nice to turn around and look back up at the light streaming in through that narrow opening and to explore inside the cracks and crevices in the cavern itself. And then on the swim back along the wall to the mooring, you see lots of schooling fish, and the day we were there were lots of young barracuda in the area. So I hope you enjoy the dive.
There were some unusual coral structures around this dive site. The wall here slopes down at about a 45-degree angle. Large schools of Creole wrasses were all over on this dive. This is the hole in the wall. As you can see, it's a pretty tight fit for a diver to get through. The walls of the cavern are covered with encrusting corals and sponges. On our way back to the boat, we began to see a lot of smaller barracuda. This group of fish is a mixture of schoolmasters, a member of the snapper family, and blue-striped grunts, and probably a couple of other varieties of grunts as well. Large gray fish here are Bermuda chub, and they're opportunistic feeders, so you'll oftentimes see them under the dive boat waiting for a handout. Here's another of the smaller barracuda we saw on this dive.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that dive, and I hope you'll come back and dive with us again soon. I want to hear your comments and suggestions. You can email them to me at don@scubavisions.com. I want to hear from you, and I hope you'll come back and dive with us again soon. Until then, get wet and have fun.